Sanchez, squad leader of 1st Squad, 1st Platoon, Charger Co., 1-5 Infantry, and I will be briefing you on the execution of the phases of Operation Bobcat Lightning. So first, the mission and concept of the operation. So we will be attacking to destroy Objective Phantom, UF 1197, 3184, no later than 2200, August 24, to deny enemy formational movement in the battalion decisive operation. I repeat, we will be attacking to destroy Objective Phantom, at UF 1197, 3184, no later than 2200, August 24, to deny enemy formational movement in the battalion decisive operation. So, the purpose of this operation is to deny enemy formational movement in decisive operation. We will accomplish this mission by conducting a frontal attack raid on Objective Phantom. Decisive to this operation is positive ID of enemy mortar team on Objective Phantom, located here. This is decisive because it enables our squad to conduct the mission on the objective and accomplish the mission with speed and surprise. Risk assumed is moving in vicinity of the enemy weapon ranges and near the roads before the launch of the assaults, and this risk mitigated by prioritizing caution in our route plans and utilizing speed and tempo. So our main effort will be the Alpha team located right here in the assault position 1, with the task to attack and destroy enemy mortar team on Objective Phantom, with the purpose of denying enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. Our secondary effort will be first the Bravo team split up first located right here as the security teams with the task of security for the purpose of enabling the main efforts formational movement on the objective. Our second secondary effort will be Gun Team 1 located right here as the support by fire. So this will have the task of support by fire with the purpose of enabling main effort formational movement on the objective. For our end states, for terrain, our primary MSRs are in air, road, and contested with enemy North Korean forces in zone, either disrupted and or destroyed without accurate knowledge of the Charger element, composition, and disposition. With civilians, minimizing civilian casualties and collateral damage to infrastructure, with friendly dispersed elements reconsolidated, postured for follow-on offensive operations. Next, going into the concept of the operation, we'll start with Phase 1. So Phase 1 is planning. This begins with the receipt of the mission and ends at Patrol Base. UF 1330 3568. The critical tasks and events of this will be rehearsals, operations briefs, PCCs and PCIs, and map recon. Moving on to second phase, infill. This will begin at the patrol base and then end at the ORP of UF 1225 through 3205. The critical task of this will be undetected movements, LDA crossings, and maintain comms with higher. Next, going on to phase 3, recon and isolation. This will again start at ORP and at Objective Phantom, conducting LDRs, recon, and conducting leaders recon and objectives. This will be positively IDing enemy mortar team on Objective Phantom, as well as setting the security teams and support by fire team in their designated positions, as well as confirmation of the mission. Next, phase 4, actions on the objective, starting at Objective Phantom, ending on the ORP, will be to decisively engage and destroy the enemy mortar team on Objective Phantom with a time lag of 10 minutes, ending with phase 5, the exfil of starting at the ORP, ending at the patrol base, will be to reconsolidate at the ORP, accountability, and to return to the patrol base using route numbers. We'll be again avoiding visual and direct contact with the enemy screening squad, and conducting LEA crossings. Alright, so first to orient you guys to the terrain model, we have the north, east, south, and west. Our objective Phantom is boxed in by the 13th easting, the 11th easting, and the 31st northing, and the 32nd northing. To the east, we have the Coldstone Mountain Range, and then to the west, we have the Nine River. Our objective is also surrounded by roads moving north to south and east to west. So now getting into phase 3 of our operation to isolate and set the conditions. We'll be starting at the ORP at UF 1225 3205. From here, we will be conducting Leaders Recon. The personnel for Leaders Recon will be Bravo Team Leader, Bravo Team Rifleman, Bravo Squad Grenadier, and AG. The Grenadier and AG will be the support by fire and the SNO team. So first, we will be setting up the security teams. So we will be dropping rucksacks at ORP and moving to the west to set up our first security team right here. And then we will be moving back, setting up our next security team right here to the east. For the security team to the west, they will have the Javelin and the AT-4. Our engagement criteria for our security teams is positive ID of the CSK or ID of enemy vehicles. Our disengagement criteria is positive ID of a squad size, enemy element or larger, and they will be ordered to return back to the ORP. For both instances, they will be radioing in before and after action. Next, after the security teams have been set, we will set up the support by fire team. The support by fire team will be set up with TRP 1 right here, which is around 280 degrees from the center of the support by fire, and then TRP 2, which is around 255 degrees from the center. TRP 1 will be located right around this intersection right here, right in front of phase line Fresno. And TRP 2 will be located below the objective, right around the middle of this road right here. Let's see. The support by fire will also have a tripod being laid down as well. They will also be the SNO team because they will be constantly locked onto the target right here, radioing in any changes to the objective Phantom right here. After the support by fire team and the security teams have been set, and I am back at the ORP, they will then confirm the mission on radio to me. Repeat, confirm the mission. Once I'm returned to the ORP, I will grab the assault team, travel to the assault position 1 right here with our alpha team, and we will be traveling in a squad wedge formation and a traveling overwatch. Throughout this leader's reconnaissance, weapons control status will remain weapons tight. Let's see. All right, so our enemy situation for this is we have 1 enemy mortar team located on the objective with around 4 personnel. Our contingencies for the objective is if objective Phantom is unoccupied, we will return back to the patrol base. If we are detected before we get to the objective Phantom, the support by fire team will then engage with the enemy, and then the assault team will fight to position. Also, if three or more United States forces, if there's 3 times more United States forces casualties, we'll break contact. And then our key actions for this phase will again be conducting recon and setting up our security and support by fire positions. Now moving on to phase 4 of the operation, actions on the objective. So we will be starting at the assault position, and our key actions will be to decisively engage and destroy the enemy mortar team on objective Phantom, while using speed and surprise to achieve destruction of the objective. So we'll be located at the assault position. We will then signal in to the support by fire team to fire an single M4 round in between TRP-1 and TRP-2 simultaneously with the M240 firing. This will last for 60 seconds. Once 60 seconds has been reached, the assault team will then start its movement towards phase line Fresno. Before it has reached phase line Fresno, we will then radio in to the support by fire team to shift fire from TRP-1 to TRP-2. Once the shift has been made to TRP-2, then the assault team will be able to bound through the objective, engaging with targets as we bound through the objective. Once we have been bounding through the objective and we reach phase line Davis, we will then call for a shift fire, and the support by fire will cease fire on the objective. Once we have reached phase line Davis, we will then again assault through to the LOA at phase line Weed. So once we have reached phase line Weed, we will conduct a LACE report. We will conduct EPW, and this will all be conducted by the squad leader of team leader of Alpha Team, and we will then conduct accountability and set up the demolition. Demolition will be set for 3-minute burn time, and then after we've reached LOA, we'll then radio into support by fire team that we're coming back through and returning to the ORP. This should all take 10 minutes tops. Next, moving on to phase 4 still. Once we have returned back to the ORP, the support by fire team will then return, and then after the support by fire team, the security teams will return. Once we have reached the ORP, we will radio into higher. Objective Phantom has been destroyed, and first squad is back on route numbers to the patrol base. At the ORP, we will reconsolidate and redistribute weapons, ammo, and water. This should take approximately 60 seconds. We'll grab our rucks and move out on route numbers. We will move out in squad column, fire team wedge, traveling overwatch until we have gotten out of range of the enemy screening squad. Throughout this movement, we will be cautious of the screening squad, making sure we're not sighted by them. Next, going on to PIR, priorities, info requirement. This is ID of the enemy defensive obstacles on AO Ronin, enemy troop and equipment movements greater than a platoon size, ID of headquarters 16, and if the enemy is aware of Cougar CO's presence in AO Ronin. For our FFIRs, hard compromise, soft compromise, loss of key weapon system, and friendly casualties. For our EFIs, ComSec, and Ops graphics. Then next, PCCs, PCIs, focus on maintaining NVGs, crew service weapons, demolition, and then priorities of rehearsal will be actions on with the support by fire and on the assault, and then priorities of work, security, weapons, equipment. This concludes my brief.